Power stock jumps 4% after reporting strong profit growth in Q1. Synopsis, JSW Energy Ltd reported a 101.4% sequential jump in net profit and 78.5% YoY growth in revenue for Q1 FY26, driven by robust power generation from both thermal and renewable sources. The company added 1.9 GW to its installed capacity and maintained strong operational metrics, boosting investor sentiment. A power generation stock rose in early trade after reporting strong earnings for the June quarter, driven by a sharp rise in generation output across both renewable and thermal portfolios. JSW Energy Ltd, which operates in the thermal and renewable energy space, opened at 530 rupees compared to the previous close of 515.05 rupees, and hit an intraday high of 533.90 rupees, marking a rise of 3.66%. The company currently has a market capitalization of 89,363 rupees crore. What's the news? Quarter on quarter, JSW Energy's revenue from operations grew from 3,189 rupees crore to 5,143 rupees crore, registering a jump of 61.3%. Operating profit rose 131.6% from 1,204 rupees crore to 2,789 rupees crore, while profit before tax increased 181.1% from 361 rupees crore to 1,015 rupees crore. Net profit nearly doubled, rising 101.4% from 415 rupees crore to 836 rupees crore. Operating margin for the quarter stood at 54%. Year on year, revenue rose 78.5% from 2,879 rupees crore to 5,143 rupees crore. Operating profit advanced 96.6% from 1,418 rupees crore to 2,789 rupees crore. Profit before tax grew by 45.5% from 698 rupees crore to 1,015 rupees crore, and net profit rose 56.6% from 534 rupees crore to 836 rupees crore. The company's EBITDA margin improved to 56% from 52%. Operational highlights. Net generation surged 71% YoY to 13.5 billion units, driven by capacity additions in the renewable segment, contributions from the O2 Power and Mahanadi plant, and improved output from the Vijayanagar unit following long-term tie UPS. Renewable energy generation rose 54% YoY to 5.0 bus, while thermal generation jumped 83% YoY to 8.5 bus. Generation under long-term power purchase agreements increased 73% YoY to 11.8 bus. EBITDA for the quarter stood at 3,057 rupees crore, marking a 93% YoY rise due to contributions from new capacities, and contributions from Mahanadi and O2 Power. Cash and cash equivalents stood at 6,113 rupees crore. The net debt to equity ratio was 2.1x, while net debt to pro forma steady state EBITDA stood at 4.7x. Total locked-in capacity has now reached around 30 GW. Installed capacity rose to 12.8 GW, with 1.9 GW added during the quarter, including 1.3 GW from the O2 Power acquisition. One unit of the 240 MW Kutir hydro plant was synchronized with the grid, and full commissioning is expected soon. JSW Energy also signed PPAs for 605 MW during the quarter and an additional 550 MW post-quarter end, including battery energy storage solutions. In its green hydrogen and energy storage ventures, Trials are underway for a 3,800 TPA green hydrogen plant and total locked-in energy storage capacity now standing at 29.4 GWh. On the thermal side, the Mahanadi plant generated 2.7 bus during the quarter, contributing 867 rupees crore to EBITDA. The Utkal Unit 2, commissioned in March 2025, ramped up operations and generated 370 MUs. The imported coal-based Vijayanagar plant was fully tied up, leading to a 124% YoY growth in generation to 1.3 bus. About the company. JSW Energy Ltd is part of the JSW Group and operates power generation assets across Karnataka, Maharashtra, Nandiyal, and Sulboni. It is the Group's holding entity for its energy business. The company also holds a joint venture in mining and has an associate engaged in turbine manufacturing.